friends, I have another story for you here today. The title of my story is Yertle the Turtle. And right here is my author and illustrator. Do you recognize whose name that is? We've talked about him before. His name is Dr. Suess. And this is his story about Yertle the Turtle. On the faraway island of Salamasand, Yertle the Turtle was king of the pond. A nice little pond. It was clean, it was neat. The water was warm, there was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all happy, quite happy indeed. They were, until Yertle, the king of them all, decided the kingdom he ruled was too small. "I'm ruler," said Yertle, "of all that I see, but I don't see enough. That's the trouble with me. With this stone for a throne, I look down on my pond, but I cannot look down on places beyond. This throne that I sit on is too low down. It ought to be higher," he said with a frown. "If I could sit high, how much greater I'd be. What a king! I'd be ruler of all I could see." So Yertle the Turtle lifted his hand, and Yertle the Turtle gave a command. He ordered 9 turtles to swim to his stone, and using these turtles, he built a new throne. Oh, 9 turtles, let's count them, friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you add one more, Yertle, it's 10. He made each turtle stand on one another's back, and he piled them all up in a 9-turtle stack. And then Yertle climbed up. He sat down on the pile. What a wonderful view. He could see most a mile. "All mine," Yertle cried. "Oh, the things I now rule. I'm king of a cow, and I'm king of a mule." A mule is a donkey. "I'm king of a house, and what's more beyond that, I'm king of a blueberry bush and a cat. I'm Yertle the Turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see." And all through the morning he sat there up high, saying over and over, "A great king am I," until long about noon he heard a faint sigh. "What's that?" snapped the king, and he looked down the stack, and he saw at the bottom a turtle named Mac, just a part of his throne. And this plain little turtle looked up and he said, "Beg your pardon, King Yertle. I've pains in my back and my shoulders and knees. How long must we stay here? Your Majesty, please." Look at you. Look at Mac's face. Do you think Mac is very happy to be at the bottom of this stack of turtles? When someone steps up on you, is it heavy or light? It's heavy, huh? Do you think he likes having all that weight on top of him? I don't think he does. "Silence!" the king of the turtles barked back. "I'm king and you're only a turtle named Mac. You stay in your place while I sit here and rule. I'm king of a cow and I'm king of a mule. I'm king of a house and a bush and a cat. But that isn't all. I'll do better than that. My throne shall be higher," his royal voice thundered. "So pile up more turtles. I want about 200. Do you think that's very kind of King Yertle? Do you think he's thinking about his friends on the bottom? "Turtles, more turtles!" he bellowed and brayed, and the turtles way down in the pond were afraid. They trembled, they shook, but they came, they obeyed. From all over the pond they came swimming by dozens, whole families of turtles with uncles and cousins, and all of them stepped on the head of poor Mac. One after another they climbed up the stack. Then Yertle the Turtle was perched up so high he could see 40 miles from his throne in the sky. "Hooray!" shouted Yertle. "I'm king of the trees, I'm king of the birds, and I'm king of the bees. I'm king of the butterflies, king of the air. Ah, me, what a throne, what a wonderful chair. I'm Yertle the Turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see." Then again from below in a great heavy stack came a groan from the plain little turtle named Mac. Your Majesty, please. I don't like to complain, but down here below we are feeling great pain. I know up on top you are seeing great sights, but down at the bottom we too should have rights. We turtles can't stand it. Our shells will all crack. Besides, we need food. We are starving, groaned Mac. You hush up your mouth, howled the mighty King Yertle. You've no right to talk to the world's highest turtle. I rule from the clouds over land, over sea. There's nothing, no nothing, that's higher than me. But while he was shouting, he saw with surprise that the moon of the evening was starting to rise up over his head in the darkening skies. What's that? Snorted Yertle. Say, what is that thing that dares to be higher than Yertle the king? I shall not allow it. I'll go higher still. I'll build my throne higher. I can and I will. I'll call more turtles. I'll stack them to heaven. I need about 5,607. Have you guys ever made a stack of blocks and you build it up as high as you can? It's kind of like what Yertle's doing, isn't it? And when you build your tower really high, you have to be careful, don't you? Because what happens if it gets a little bump? What happens to your tower? But as Yertle the Turtle King lifted his hand and started to order and give the command, the plain little turtle below in the stack, the plain little turtle whose name was just Mac, decided he'd taken enough, and he had, and the plain little turtle got a little bit mad. I think I'd get mad too if I were Mac. And that plain little Mac did a plain little thing. He burped, and his burp shook the throne of the king. Burp. And just like when you build your tall towers, and you get a little bit bumped, it came all crashing down. And Yertle the Turtle, the king of the trees, the king of the air and the birds and the bees, the king of the house and the cow and the mule, well, that was the end of the Turtle King's rule. For Yertle the king of all Salamasand fell off his high throne and fell plunk in the pond. And today the great Yertle, the marvelous he, is king of the mud. That is all he can see. And the turtles, of course, all the turtles are free, as turtles and maybe all creatures should be. Look at little Mac. He's so happy now that he doesn't have to listen to Yertle, because Yertle wasn't being a good friend, was he? He was bullying his friends, and he was telling them what to do. Do you like it when someone tells you what to do? I don't think very many people do. That's the end of our story. Thanks, friends.